Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I feel like this is very low brow because I don't have all my stuff here, but we'll do that later. So welcome to my channel. As you guys know, that this is the So Busy review of Housewives of Potomac. So we are definitely about to get into this. So let's take care of the business channel real quick. If you want to join my tribe, please stem my site. Go ahead and subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Make sure you turn them on all so you're notified every time I go live. Like the video, share the video, comment to give us an algorithm. And then let's play these intros and get into it. Oh, I'm first. So I'm going to play mine first and then I play his. All right, let's go.
I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Everyone that gets to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
We're back. Hi.
Hey.
You having a bad day?
No, I'm having a really good day.
Where's the energy at? Because I'm
giving I'm giving like a little.
It's like, hey, I'm over here. We had to do this tonight, so I'm here.
I mean, contractually, Candy made sure that we had to give them our
We don't have
live
any
now.
contracts. We have no contracts.
Oh, you didn't sign?
I would never sign a contract to make me be in a live with someone who would just come on a live, act like they don't give it if they want to be here or not.
Yikes. So why did I hit to sign the contract?
Because they probably wanted you to sign it, so because how you like to disappear.
But I thought Candy said she was going to talk to us separately about our separate contracts.
You like to disappear. That's why you probably signed.
That's what you're looking like right now. This your video looks like you're always disappearing. Grainy ears slowly going. It looked like a tyrant pink at the end of America's Next Top Model.
We're here to review the Housewives of Potomac. Not my quality of my camera. I've already said that multiple times. People already know who over this channel that I got to deal with some things. So, like, why are we doing this?
It's fun.
To you.
Do you want me to be fun or do you want me to be?
I'm just trying to figure out why you're trying to be so shady towards me. I mean,
let's get to the show. First of all, how dare you do a countdown? It's 2022, about to be 2023. You people still
I didn't do one because my many ones that I do is not on our thing together, so I had to play that.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later because I hate that, but whatever. But how are you? How are you doing?
I'm living. Life be lifing. It is Howard's homecoming, so I'm excited about that. Okay. And yesterday's episode was a really good one. Some things came up, so I couldn't even watch it yesterday. I couldn't finish watching it yesterday, but this morning I woke up and watched it, and it was so good. How are you?
Like we're matching a little bit.
I don't think so. I don't have any
color on this blue. Like there's a little bit matching going on here. I'm doing good. I'm going back to work today. Well, with the kids today. So I'm doing good.
I saw. Do those parents know you be putting their children on the internet?
Absolutely, they do.
Okay, just making
sure.
Any
other questions?
Nope. I just wanted to know.
All right. So let me go through the chat. What's going on, Sarah? What's going on, Chi-Town? I definitely have to read this. Welcome to the Real Housewives of Potomac review with SoDebNair. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, and don't forget that notification bell. But most of all, share. What's going on, DV? What's going on, Tiffany? What's going on, Miss C Platinum? What's going on, the Katie Shop? What's going on with Shay B? What's going on? Is it Momo? Mom, read that.
Hey, Momo Mojo.
I can't get it together. What's going on? It's just D. And what's going on? I said Shabby already. All right, cool. Sunshine's in the building. Monique Q is in the building.
Hey
Sarah,
Mo. Hey Sarah.
So everybody's here. The gang is all here. You ready?
Yeah, sorry, I'm texting my mother.
Oh, get busy a few seconds while he's texting his mom back, y'all. While we're waiting on Busy, what do you guys rate this episode on a scale from 1 to 10? What did you guys rate the video? I mean, the episode this episode this week. What do you guys think? And what do you rate it once you get done?
I'm gonna give it a 9. I thought it's you know what makes me very happy about this show about Potomac is that because I know it's not one of the I think that it's an amazing show. I wish more people watched it. I wish more people really got into it. And it's one of those shows where I don't watch the white one, so I don't know, but these girls are friends. Like they know each other, they hang around each other, they're in the same space. Where I feel like in Atlanta they go to work now. It doesn't feel genuine and authentic anymore. Because I saw a tweet today and it was like, look at all the OGs taking a picture together. These other girls shows could never, and they can't because they wouldn't be inviting Charice or Katie because they're not really friends. And these other girls just look at it as work. And there's just this authenticity about Potomac, especially when we get later down in the episode in the class. I was thinking to myself, we'll never be able to do this in Atlanta because Kenya, she keep messing up every scene, act like she don't want to do nothing with Marlo. And no matter what it is, she going, oh my God, I can't. Like the tension's so bad. And then you got Drew acting her ass off every 20 seconds. Yeah, the authenticity is gone from a lot of those other shows. And this one it still has it. And Married to Medicine too, because I that's my secret love.
Definitely.
I would never talk about it because I don't want people to ruin the show for me. But Married to Medicine and Potomac, there's just this authenticity with the ladies in their relationships, and I love that.
Why is Married to Medicine season so short?
Well, I don't know if it has the audience that it should, and doesn't it has to be paired with like another black show, and then Bravo be bouncing it around. Yeah,
that's interesting.
It always has to be married with it always gets married with another black show. But it doesn't have the audience that I feel like it should.
I think Married to Medicine delivers every season. Like there's never a dull moment when it comes to Married to Medicine. This is not a Married to Medicine review, y'all, but when you said it, it made me think that Married to Medicine definitely has a Potomac cast. Like it's the same girls. They really don't change that much. I think the Quad and Heavenly, I would say Simone and Jackie, they deliver every season.
And Toya.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think Toya does? Oh, Crazy Psycho Self?
I think that Toya's what's the worst?
Trying to keep up with I love her trying to keep up with the Joneses. You need somebody to talk about. She like the Robyn of the group.
She's like the one who just wastes her husband's money.
But she like the Robyn of the group.
Robyn doesn't waste one's money.
That's why they got foreclosed though, because she gave all that money away.
Oh, and she ate the money with the friend too. That might be true.
Yeah, so this is the Robyn of the group. The authenticity helps the show travel and go along. When it starts to just feel like we just y'all trying to make it seem like it's a sisterhood, but it's not. Y'all don't even know each other. Y'all don't talk to each other. It feels better when I know that there's authenticity there. And with Married to Medicine, again, this is not their review. Outside of the show, those girls be together. Either it's them on each other's channels or coming to their stores, or especially in the social circles that they're in. They're gonna run into each other. They're gonna see each other. But they also want to have that relationship with each other. And that's what I do. I love that about this franchise, which is probably why sometimes it feels like Wendy and Mia don't fit sometimes. To me, something about them is somewhat throwing the cast off for me. They're not
I can see that.
But you want to get into the episode?
I feel
wait,
like
what do you rate it as?
I'm gonna rate it a 10 again.
A 10.
I'm rated a 10 again. I think that
Okay.
it was a lot going on. I loved Robyn this episode. I loved Candace's episode. I love Ashley this episode. Like I'm excited about the new dynamics of the show.
Yeah.
When it comes down to like dealing with things. Even when it comes down to like Karen and Charice. Like I enjoyed watching this episode. So I'm gonna give it a 10 because I was entertained the entire time.
Amen. Amen. So let's dive in. We're still at the celebration of life and spring party. Happy spring, people. I love when Chris went around. He said, "Happy spring, happy spring." Because like, what do you do at a party like this? Happy spring, happy spring. So I love it. We start off with, we got this thing about Robyn and Gizelle always saying, "F me, come on, F me," because that's what now Gizelle was saying it during this episode, and we pick up where we left off with them talking about Mia's cancer scare, no cancer scare. I think that there's several ways to look at it. It was open-ended. It's still open-ended. We 70 years in and we still don't know what Mia got. And
her cancer scare is still open-ended.
Well, she said it's not cancer, but they don't know what it is. She said she still has a disease, but it's not cancer.
She said last episode that she has polyps. And so they're not ruling out cancer. So we don't know what it is.
You don't know what to sit here and pray for. It's just good health.
I think that you should be praying for that she doesn't have cancer because that's
is that what the scariest thing is? Can we? I just say we'll pray for your health, sis. Let's hope you make it. That's what we're gonna keep doing because at this point you're gonna say it's cancer, not cancer. I got lupus. Never mind, not lupus. I'll wait until the doctor wait until they give you the after report and then come to the internet and tell us, because I felt like what was bothering me is that, here she is, she's talking, and you got her best friend chiming in and saying, "Are you okay?" Who I don't like, and I think is sleeping with her husband, but we'll get into that later. Are you okay? Is everything fine? She doesn't know. Now she went from a stripper, steak and lobster tail stripper to I'm a soldier for the Lord, and he's now using my girl. We ain't heard you talk about church, Christ, the Bible, nothing. And now all of a sudden, the Lord is using me, and I got to make sure that I go through it. And I'm just trying to just do my best. And I'm going to do that for the Lord. I have a story to tell. Now she's an evangelist. I can't deal with Mia. It's just the performativeness. It's like quad sometimes. It's just too much. This is my life. That's what I thought she was about to start doing. And it's just, why are we doing all of this?
I'm going to agree with Tiffany. She says, pray for her health. Those doctors will have you confused, very confused. I don't think that this is a Mia issue. I think that it is a doctor's issue because this is not my first time hearing something like this. I think when they bring up cancer, sometimes like they might prematurely say that, and then the person who hears it, who's on, imagine getting them even mentioning cancer. Like you can't you don't know. So like I get Mia to be honest, I do.
No, I believe you.
I've been around people who has experienced this, and even when I've been talking about this, like I've seen other people in my chat saying the same thing. So I don't think that it's like a Mia trying to get attention situation. It might be the doctors relaying information wrong situation.
I think maybe because you could exacerbate a medical issue if you you can make it worse. I say wait until we figure it out, and until you figure it out, just say there's a lot of testing happening. The doctors don't have any answers yet. Pray for positive health, but you can't put out there cancer, no cancer, then lupus, no lupus. And then now you're giving public consumption, and we all confused.
But didn't the message say I have to go to Johns Hopkins Cancer Center?
Yes.
So did she say she had cancer, or did she have to go to the cancer center?
She had to go to the cancer center.
So the doctors told her she had to go to the cancer. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but then she doesn't have cancer. Wait to see what's going on.
Well, I guess I'll wait because I was really talking, but Go ahead. What you saying?
Oh, we're doing that today?
No, I was trying to say something, but clearly it was more important than what I was. Go ahead. What you saying?
Everything I have to say is more important.
Clearly. And
go ahead. Say what you're about to say.
Ahead. What I'm saying is that I think that she got information, and I think that it's scary. Cancer is scary. I don't care what anybody says.
Any health condition is scary.
Else, like I would be okay with this, but I think that Mia, knowing that they're telling her to go there, I'm with Mia. Like, I mean, and this is not my biased opinion when it comes to Mia, because y'all know I love supporting Mia, but knowing that they're telling you to go there, like, to me, I might do the same thing, because why don't they go to the cancer center if I don't have cancer? Like, maybe I have it. It's a scary situation. So I'm going to say this, and I think from what she's saying, I don't feel like she's lying. What's going on, DT?
That's good for you, baby. Hey, DT. So I do love Robyn. She was like, what you're not gonna do is make it seem like only me and Gizelle. That's what we're not gonna do, is make it seem like only me and Gizelle said something. And they flashed back to everybody saying, girl, nobody knew what was going on. So just, if you're going to keep us updated, but make sure that you have the conclusions. And if you don't have the conclusions yet, then just say you're going through a health scare and pray for you. And then nobody would sit here and have to speculate, because you open it up for, I agreed with them. You're opening it up for public consumption. You give it to the world, and now the world's trying to digest. And now we're on this journey with you, and we're not even sure what's going on. All of this could be gone and over with. And the only thing that was really going on was that you had high blood pressure and they were showing up as lumps. And what can we do?
First of all, these girls have came on and said a bunch of things that are not even the capacity of cancer. And they were not, and they prematurely did all of it. Gizelle told us last season that her and Jamal's getting back together, but we knew, but it wasn't a fact. Like, they were trying to. So, like, I don't understand why Mia's getting scrutinized over a cancer scare. Like, I mean, right now, just like her friend said, she still doesn't even know. So, like, why are we so mad at her for announcing this?
Because we don't know if she's announcing. How are you announcing? Yeah. So then what are you announcing?
Because when she first got the call, like she said on the show, this is what it was said to me. This is not normal. Like, when it comes down to
what is the announcement? I have to go to the cancer center.
Sometimes the doctors will give you information where you feel like.
What is the announcement?
The announcement that she made was what she made. The one that she wanted to make. Which is that whatever she said about her cancer, I don't remember even what it was at this point. But
it's not cancer. We're not sure.
The announcement that y'all want her to make is, I might have cancer, or I don't know if I have cancer, but that's not what the doctors told her. So I think people are missing that.
No, I think we're understanding it well. You have a health scare. Just say, I'm having a health scare. There's things going on.
Her doctor literally said that she had cancer. She said that they told her she had lymphoma. That's cancer.
They said you may.
So it doesn't matter. If you may die, you ain't gonna say nothing.
First of all, y'all don't know my business on the internet. No,
you're not on national television.
But you just asked me that question, and I'm saying I'm not going to tell them. If I needed to be a soldier for the Lord, I needed to be a soldier for the Lord, I will wait until the final paperwork came out, and maybe I would journey. I would show my journey.
You make it back from that
in another perspective.
What if you never make it back from that?
Well, then I'm dead. That's not your business. Yeah, then I'm dead.
I don't think that she did anything wrong. DT said, I may not like Miss Mia Man Hands Edwards James
with her big old feet,
important, but I don't play with a cancer scare. I can understand why she would be afraid to go to the cancer center, because anything could happen. And I think that,
so do I. I think anyone would be afraid to go to the cancer center.
I don't like the downplaying of the cancer situation when it comes down to a person who have been told they might have cancer. I
also don't like the upplaying of it as well.
There's no upplaying. There's no upplaying when it comes down to it, because people go
to you.
No, to a lot of people, maybe not to you, because people may not have dealt with someone who went through this before. But to me, like, I know a lot of people who have done this with their when this happened with cancer. Like, this is not a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
With
Agreed.
people who have talked to their doctors and they said something about cancer, like, it's serious. And so they might feel this way. She knows she has fans, she knows she has family. So to me, like, I wasn't really mad about it because I'm like, I'm glad that maybe she wants people to pray for whatever it is. Like, I don't think that she did anything wrong. I
hear you, and I understand your mindset. I'm not saying she did anything wrong. I'm saying that there was uncertainty, right. And from my perspective, until there's clarity on what's happening, say pray for my health. But it gets wonky when you're like, that's how cancer. Never mind, it wasn't. Yes, that's how everyone does their.
But you're mad at her for how she dealt with it.
I'm not mad at her. There's no anger here.
You're commenting on how she dealt with it
because she gave it for public consumption. She gave it for public consumption. You can't sit here. I can't give you an invitation and expect you not to criticize and say what you would have done. That's because that's who you are. You're a human being. From my perspective, I think it gets really wonky when we just start throwing out because doctors can get things wrong and they can say things, and every week it could change. It gets really wonky when you're trying to support or be a support system, and 1 week is like they said lymphoma, never mind, not lymphoma. Now they just say it's HIV. Okay, never mind. They said they were. Now every week I'm just trying to keep up with whatever you're ill. Wait until you know, because now you're scaring me. And you also don't want us to say anything.
But she's scared though.
You also don't want us to say anything.
No, I don't. I think that she doesn't want them to say it's a fake story, because the reality is that
it's not. They're not saying it's a fake story.
The diagnosis comes back.
No one said that it was a fake story. They said that it was too open-ended for anyone to know can we support.
You don't think that Gizelle was saying it was a fake story?
No, she was saying it's attention seeking, especially if you don't know what you have.
Maybe it's a fake story.
That's not what that means.
Okay, to you.
Moving on, Charice shows up. We're gonna be on opposite sides of this, and that's fine. I grew up with a nurse.
Let's move on.
I grew up with a nurse, and my mother is always very keen on whatever you're going through does not need to be on the internet.
Yes, there you go.
So Charice shows up. She says she's glad to be there. Karen says, I'm not sure who invited her, but she's here. And Robyn, I loved Robyn this whole episode. Because every message,
we can both agree on that.
Thank you, Sarah. No matter what was going on, Robyn was in the back pulling strings this episode, and she was like, "Well, I invited her because she didn't say." She said, "We can bring a friend. I brought a friend." And here I go. So Mia, she's talking about being a soldier for the Lord. She loves the Lord. God said she is the new Moses. Okay. Then Katie arrives. I love how when everybody was talking in the circle, Wendy was, because Candace was like, I don't want to go over there. Do we have to go over there, girl? I like doing the work just from here. And Wendy was like, I'm sorry, who's this random lady talking? But then
she lied though.
You said what?
She lied though.
Who lied?
Wendy did.
What'd she lie about?
Before she went over there, she was like, "Oh, that's Mia's friend." Then she was like,
"That's Mia's friend. Who is this? What's your name?" I don't know who's talking.
I don't know who's talking. You do know something. It's Mia's friend.
And who are you again?
Well, we're jumping the gun. I mean, it's a lie.
Then who are you again? I can see your face, but I don't. That doesn't mean I know your name. That doesn't mean I know your name.
She knows Mia's friend.
That doesn't mean I know your name.
She knew who it was. She already said it was Mia's friend.
I wouldn't get offended if somebody was like, "Oh, I think that's SoDeb's friend," and then I was talking to her like, hey, well, "Who are you?" My name is Busy.
Who are you? What you could have said was, "I know that you're SoDeb's friend, but like, who are you?" Like, that makes more sense than act like you don't know who it is at all. It's bull.
You gonna have? I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I
thought that. Why would you even lie about that? Like, you just literally said, it's Mia's friend.
We're about to hound
yes, down. It's Mia's friend.
Y'all, we are really about to sit here.
We're not. I'm just saying.
Hone in on Wendy's a liar because she said she didn't know who that lady was. but cancer, no cancer, we're not sure. We're like, well, that one's a little okay.
At least she said she's not sure.
Girl, but now we're about to stick our tail and claws
Wendy knew who the friend was. Period. Like, let's not do that. She knew who the friend was.
The colorism is already starting. Okay, so
this is colorism.
Yeah, we know we going in. We diving in. Okay, so then as they're talking,
the friendism is here too.
She looks good. Katie looks interesting. Coming out, I think somebody put it in the comments. She looks like a biker lesbian.
She was trying to be a Green Eye Bandit.
I loved seeing her. I've always loved Katie. I wish that we see her on the show more. Karen asks, Charice asked Karen, can we have dinner? I really love that. Mm-hmm. I look forward to it. Mm-hmm. Ashley and Candace get a chance to talk. And Candace is like, I really do like her. I think she's a fun girl. I'm always gonna provide you, give off good vibes. It's your husband that messed up our relationship. So from there, Gizelle brings over Katie to Ray. And to be honest, I love Black Boy Joy because Ray was very excited. Okay. And I don't care what you have to say, and I don't know what's going on down to the Karen Huger house. But when he saw Katie, he was like, I ain't never. Y'all see how Ray be moving like this? Oh, come on. And slamming the doors in Karen's face. He saw Katie and said, oh my God, I haven't seen you in years. It's been so, come here, give me a hug. Oh, no, this butt cheek too, squeeze a boat. He was so excited. So excited. When I say he's smiling from ear to ear to ear, I want that type of excitement for him and his. I feel like at Ray's age, we deserve to see him looking more like that. And why are we not questioning why he doesn't look that happy regularly? He was smiling. Even his own wife, when Karen said, I came over there, Ray was the most excited and happy. It felt like he was a kid again. I love Black Boy J. Here she come to ruin the party. No, you need to pay attention to the word. Did you notice that she got so upset? It was like, come on, Ray, I'm going to give a speech and you have to pay attention to the words.
What she was saying, that was really...
Girl, and what did Ray have to listen to? You just didn't like him smiling. You don't want Ray to be happy, and I'm very convinced about it. She didn't like him smiling.
Oh, I'm like,
and she saw him smiling. She was giving head rubs, butt squeezes, everything. That man was so happy he was in heaven. And then here comes the fun snatcher. My husband.
His wife is a fun snatcher?
Yes, came over there and seized his joy. Stopped the joy immediately. Look how much he's smiling. Excuse me, Katie, you're touching my husband. Ray, stop. Please. I'm about to give a speech, and you're gonna have to listen to the words. The words are very important, Ray.
Please listen to the wife of fun snatcher. I don't understand.
She snatched the fun. He was smiling from ear to ear. Then here she come over.
Was it appropriate?
Is everything okay?
Was it appropriate?
Look at how old this man is. He could get a butt squeeze and a smile here and there.
He already said that that's what he would want. So I mean, I don't understand how this is not inappropriate.
Here comes Karen to ruin the joy. Y'all don't think Karen was a fun snatcher? Put it in the comments. There's a speech that I'm giving you. The words are very important. You're gonna have to listen to every part of the words. Okay. Then she gets up there because they're all having fun. I want to say, first of all, y'all know she old. Did y'all see the way that the size of the text on that phone? This is the springing into spring and the celebration of life party, and it was a success. It was a success.
Not the size of this.
That she had big text. No shade to the girls out there who need bigger text. This party was when did she write this? This party was a success because
at that party
everyone's happy, and we're getting a chance to talk through issues and some naysayers and yaysayers and husbands and wives and girlfriends and friends and family. And this is why you know that this party was amazing. And everyone should be excited because the Grand Dame is back. So let's continue to party on. What the fuck did Ray have to listen to?
I don't know. This is one time.
What part? Can somebody tell me what part of her speech?
This is one time I can't take up for Karen because I have no idea why Ray is.
Pay attention. I'm going to give a speech. It's going to be very. Did you listen to the words? She just didn't want him to be happy with Katie. What words?
I mean, what wife wants her husband to be around this lady that is doing all this?
Look at Ray. He doesn't. Isn't she the same one who said, "Oh, you said I can have a little bit of eye candy and Ray knows I have a driver, but now I can't get Katie."
We have not got to that part of the show yet.
Oh, that's old. Like those are old seasons.
Well, I mean, still, it's still the same thing.
After that, the party's over. The Grand Dame is back, apparently.
Well, I did want to say this really quick. I think that everybody looks so amazing in this picture.
You think so?
I was listening to Karen with this weird ass story, but
who is this all the way on the right?
Huh?
Who's that all the way on the right? You think that lady look nice?
Vivian?
That's her name?
With the red and the pink?
Yeah, and what is this?
That's Vivian.
Oh, okay. You like that?
I think they all looked amazing to me.
Happy spring. Happy spring. Then we get to Karen's self-love. She's decided to, well, we already know that she fixed Tiffin feet and she's going to get a routine checkup with her doctor. I thought it was very weird how she's getting a checkup with her doctor, which I know that she probably did some type of promo with them for, because she said the doctor name, we showed the thing. And then she's like, I would encourage the young women to not ever get plastic surgery in their 20s. And this is, women look up to me. And as an ambassador for self-love and care, I would encourage them to not see you for the next 20 years. And as a plastic surgeon, I'm sure you want a lot more clients, but my job here is to tell them no until they get older. And it was just very weird to me. And why are you giving this speech to the doctors? Okay, we just want to tell you your incisions are looking nice.
I think it was a reason for her doing it, but hey, I mean, I know you know.
If I was her doctor, I would be upset. Lady, don't you mean come to the doctor today?
She said at 20, I wouldn't.
And I need the 20-year-olds and the 30-year-olds and the 40-year-olds.
Sure
I need every age. I need every age.
I don't think it was anything wrong with what she said, but go ahead.
God, if I was a doctor, I would be like, we got to charge her. We're billing her. I need every age. I need you to say, do what you need to do at whatever age to make yourself feel better. And this is the best doctor to do it with. Boom. Give me more clients. I don't need you to say, never have them come up there. After that, we get to Candy Ass. Yes. She is slow cooking something. I didn't know what was going on. I liked her little salt and pepper holders or whatever she had her seasonings. And Crystal comes in
like some chicken stew.
You think so?
That's what she said.
Okay. Crystal comes over. Love Crystal. We all are a fan of Crystal. What I love about her is her relatability. And every second she was like, bitch.
Who looks more like Dorothy, Candace, or her?
So Tater Bay says that he thinks that Crystal does, but I think that I think that Candace, I feel like Candace and Dorothy both look like Muffy from Arthur. I think that they both look just like Muffy. When I say Muffy, I mean Francine Frensky.
Oh my god.
They do, they look like Francine Frensky or a Who, but I think that they all look alike. They look like either a Who or
I think the sister looks more like Dorothy than anything.
Candice, why are you sitting here?
I can see that Candice probably has the attitude of Dorothy, but the sister looks more like Dorothy to me.
I know. I wonder if they got a phone call when she Candice, why are you drinking so early? It's early in the day. You drinking wine, and Crystal, why are you bringing that wine over to you? So they bring out the wine, and we learn that Crystal's living with them now because she's getting a house built. So she now has her sister living with her who can't take care of a plant. So she says she's trying to be somebody's mom. Okay, she's now freezing her as she wants to be pregnant by the end of the year, but who knows? She's really nervous. She wants 2 kids, so she got to get to work. She got to get these eggs at Nat. Okay, but she's tired. Chris tired. Everybody coming to bed tired. Nobody coming home at the perfect time. Everybody tired. Yeah, not Muffy. I meant Francine Frensky. So then yeah.
They both are.
Then we get to Ashley. Now, I don't care what y'all have to say. I want to create a petition to get Deborah on the show. And I want Deborah to be on the show now. She was so relatable. She was so likable. And what really made me excited about this whole scene is that we didn't have to see baby Pennywise. We only had Dylan this time. Ashley is getting ready to have a fun date with Deborah. I really hate that her name is Deborah. She comes over. Deborah comes over. They met in a mommy play group.
Why do you hate her name is Deborah?
I really hate that her name is Deborah. No shade to the Deborah.
It is like
just an older lady name.
I was trying to choose a better word, like a more mature name.
I didn't even know they even still made Deborah. I didn't know they were still manufacturing those. So Deborah comes in and she kept that conversation going, and I love it. Is it cheaper to keep her? Y'all still staying here? Who's sleeping with who? Do you think he gonna have another girlfriend? What about you and Candace? How are you and Candace? When I said she kept that thing flowing, I love to see every part of it. Basically, what we're hearing is that Michael doesn't want a house because he doesn't want to like the maintenance of it, but Ashley does want a house, and it seems like she's trying to get a house out of him before this thing, settles. Ashley says, what's been really helping her through the divorce is titas. She like to get off. But after hearing her talk about it, I want to give her a little bit of grace, especially if you're going through situations like this and it's really weighing heavy on you. I love that she has this sense of accomplishment that she can get from seeing a dance, learning the dance, somewhat do the dance online in her own way, and then have the courage to post it to the internet. That feeling of accomplishment and learning something and everything, I like that for her. So I was a little excited that she explained why she does those TikToks. But now she wants to do a dance thing with the rest of the girls with heels on. So she set up something so that everybody can dance. And they said, will you be doing a collab? Would you be up to doing a collab with Candace? Baby, I am Candace is a sign artiste, sis. And you got one song that you and your brother wrote about your husband. I'm sorry, I'm never going to get over the fact that her and her brother wrote that song about her husband and the love for her husband. Next up, we got Robyn and Gizelle. They go out for coffee. Y'all, I ain't never been to this place before, but I promise you I'm going to go. What Robyn was brother? No, Ashley and her brother wrote that song for Michael Darby. Coffee and tea, and that's
I wanted to chime in, but I guess
you left. How did we know?
Because I was.
That's unfair. You were going
on with what you were saying. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
I do like the friend. I think that she would be a great addition.
Who, Deborah?
Yes, as Ashley's friend on the show. I think that I think we kind of missed a little bit even more when Ashley and Candace was talking at the event. I think I love the Ashley and Candace relationship, and I think that it's setting us up for something that's coming in the future for us when it comes to the show, because I think that they will take over the show. I think that they have the capacity to do it. But I do like the friend. I think that she had brought up a lot of great information. She has everything we wanted to hear. But I also think that she has potential to be on the show. Like she's a beautiful lady. She has the kids to go with it. She knows all Ashley's business. And she could give Ashley what Ashley gave Robyn in other seasons if it comes down to it. So I did like to see the relationship between the two of them.
And not everybody needs to be on a show. I it's okay because I love Deborah, but it is okay for. I think where Potomac gets it right is that we know who is a side character, who's a main character, and if Deborah gonna come and bring the heat and ask the questions, girl, you could just keep coming. And keep that going.
Why can't Deborah be a friend of the show?
You said what?
if Mia, because Mia's friend came in hot. Is her name Jocelyn?
Jacqueline.
I'm sorry. She came in. She came in all the way hot on her.
We'll talk about her because
But I think that if she can come in, I think that Ashley should be able to bring in her friend on the show. I think that she is giving a lot of what we want to hear. So
yeah, and she's doing it in a more organic and natural way.
Absolutely,
like Jackie is. We'll get to Jacqueline. Okay. So then we go to Robyn and Gizelle, and everything that Robyn had on that bagel, I wanted. Not the plant dying in the back, but the restaurant, whatever the restaurant was, and the way that Robyn was devouring that thing, that bagel looked good. Okay, so sorry y'all, that was very unimportant to the scene, but
when they first showed it though, I was like, why does she?
I loved it. I loved it. It had guac on it, the tomatoes, and then it looked like they had what's the I want to say like charcuterie.
You talking about when she actually got at the table though? When they first showed, I was like, why does she
everything? I feed it to me now. So they go out. I was a little concerned that she was like, here's stuff for the girls. Like, why you had to bring it to the scene? Y'all don't talk to each other like that. But Robyn sat down. She said, okay, before we start anything, you in trouble. And Gizelle was like, well, what did I do? Well, I don't understand. And she think about it. Think about what you said to me. Well, I want the coffee and the scone, please. And she lets her know that you let my business out. And I don't understand. This scene was really weird to me because the way that they were talking was roundabout. It was like, well, I brought it up because of what Ashley was talking about, and then this is how it kind of flowed with that. She was like, but that wasn't your business, and it's my business that I could put on a television show by myself, and I didn't need them to know that I effed up my man's credit and it got foreclosed on, and now I'm not letting his name be on the house because I messed his credit up. And it was just really weird. How then right after that, and she's like, well, then let's talk about Michael in the house. And it was like, well, y'all was just talking about it didn't seem right to me. But anyway, she let Gizelle have it and said, don't you ever tell my, because I started telling your business. And you saw how Gizelle was like, my business. You better shut up, lesbian. You won't get none of this anymore if you say something if you want to. So then they go to Michael and Ashley get in the house and all of that. And then she says,
they went to this text message.
I have something to say about me and Ashley. We went out, we were house shopping, and she seemed a little nervous. And she said, she got a message at 2:30 in the morning that came from Chris. And he was telling her to come to the W. I wish they would have really played this scene because it was very pivotal. But you flash back and it helped. But I love Robyn was like, okay, so well, he worked there. See, yeah, we do work there, but he does work there. But it just seemed a little off. I kind of see where Ashley's coming from because I have to get as much as I rolled for Candace being able to say your mama and not understanding what Mia's plight was and everybody persecuting her. I genuinely don't think that Ashley knew that he worked at the W. So she's coming in saying, your man doing some suspicious stuff, not knowing, oh, he probably was just trying to have us come there. And I have to be lenient because I felt the same way about Candace not knowing about the mama and saying your mama and people persecuting her. I do feel like Ashley was like, girl, her man was texting me in the middle of the night talking about come down to the W. You can get shrimp and lobster. Oh, he works there.
I just want to thank BP for the super chat.
Thank you.
No, Juan's credit is no good. And I don't know why we had to understand why Juan's credit was no good either, but hey.
That's because he be at SoDeb house allegedly. You know, your credit go down when you get
there. Don't worry about what he got going on.
So after that, Robyn's like, I talked her down. I let her know, like, this is BS. Like, if you want to talk to her about it. This is when y'all favorite chap came in and said, speaking of people texting you in the middle of the night and cheating on you, I felt uncomfortable with him too because he asked to speak to me.
I hated this scene. And that's not my that's your favorite according to our reviews. But go ahead.
He didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't say nothing wrong. He didn't touch me inappropriately. Nothing came out of his mouth that was disrespectful. But he came to talk. He's a sneaky link because he said, "I need to talk to you." That's what she's trying not to be. She said her glam squad was gonna be in the room, so she had no problem talking to him alone. But then she realized
Kyle, who's been making her look horrible every season, is her glam squad. So if he can't even get that right, then how the hell is he gonna get this shit right? Like to me, this was like the worst scene ever that I ever seen. I'm glad that Robyn
called her out on that. Ever seen though?
With Gizelle, like I'm just like Gizelle, like this is way too much. Like you are doing the most right now, and this is giving me like desperate. I need something to talk about, so I'm talking about it. And you know, I've not been the biggest fan of Candace all the time. Ever. And you know, me and Chris, we go back and forth at it on Facebook and on any other social platform. So I mean, social media platform. So when this happened, I'm just like, you know what? This is what I feel like he's always been saying. It never really has been, even with Gizelle. I can honestly say that it's never been with Gizelle, but like when it comes to this, I feel like that's effed up because he's always, when he's talked to me, spoke very highly of Gizelle. Mm-hmm. So for Gizelle to do that to me, I'm just like, wow, this lady has no boundaries. She doesn't give a damn. I think Gizelle setting Candace up for people who may not have liked her to really shine this season. And already I feel like that already because even going back, like I said, I love the scene between her and Ashley when Wendy stopped them and was like, you know, this is really cute. I like this. I've always wanted to see them be friends, but like now, like she's really like putting them in a space to be friends. To me, I think Ashley and Candace can take this show over, to be honest.
Do you feel like Gizelle was uncomfortable?
No, I don't feel like she was uncomfortable. Giselle's uncomfortable around anybody's husband. She doesn't have one. So I think that she was probably uncomfortable because somebody else's husband. I'm like, you could have went into a public space when you knew that Kyle wasn't in there. So why not choose a different space once you realized he wasn't in there? Her excuse for this was, to me, it sounded dumb.
I agree. It was a reach. Now, could someone make sense
like you
of
are
it?
You are reaching way back on Calvary for this.
I'll say one thing: she must got some good pom because
Robyn,
yes, because Robyn really let her run with this. Okay, and that means that you got to be eating the box out, and she let you do it daily.
Well, you saw her how she was trying to reach for her.
She was like, girl, this is not smart. That's not what was being said. And even still, Gizelle was like, yeah, but. And she's like, girl, but really, did he? No, yes, but it got to the point where Robyn was just like, girl, you about to do this anyway. So let me just eat this delicious bagel. That bagel looks so good.
She was like, I know you're creating storylines, but this one is like, it's going to really F you up if you keep this one up. Like, Robyn was like, even I can't subscribe to this.
She said, look, okay, you're going to keep doing this. So let me just eat this bagel. Okay. Oh, every bite was so good. And you can give them the benefit of the doubt. Yes, I am. So
I love Robyn in this moment because it was like I just can't sit around for this. Like Robyn was just sitting there like, girl, like this. Juan. Shout out to Juan. But she was like,
shout out to the brokies.
That's rude. She was just like, I don't even know. I knew what I was gonna say now. Why would you say that?
So after that, that's what his fiance said. So after that, we get to Karen, and Karen she just got home, and Ray yet again is going out of the house to get away from her and probably figure out where Katie gonna be. She is talking to him about, they're not going to go any further. They're not going to, the doctor said they're not going to drop it anymore. He's like, okay, sure. Yeah. Look at how he's looking now. He's so, it's just the black boy joy went away. So she's like, yeah, I wish that I wouldn't have those when I was in my 20s. And he's like, well, I'm just nervous because I don't want you to be a representative for women to go out and just get this done for yourself. She's like, what about self-esteem? What about all of these things? Like, well, I don't want my daughter or anybody feeling like they need to do it. And you can make excuses for anything that you think you need or that you want to do. And Karen, she's a beacon of hope. She's doing the Lord's work with out there with Mia. She's no cancer, trying to figure out what's going on in X-ray machine. And Karen is getting her boobs adjusted, fat from under her arms for her subscribers and the young women who look up to her. Moving on.
That's not what she said.
What did she say? Did I forget something?
She said when she got it done that she would not encourage women in their 20s to get this done. Ray said
she said I would like to let her know to do it when she's ready.
Ray did say that, she said that if their daughter wants to do it, she would not encourage her, but if she's ready to do it, and I think there's nothing wrong with that. It's her body.
It is. She can do whatever she wants to do.
Then why if she goes to her mother and says she want to do it, Ray's not a woman, so he can't determine that.
Well, he's a human being, and any person can get.
And that's fine, but he's not a woman who has that type of body, so he can't.
You don't know if Ray's dealing with issues that he been wanting to do, but he's like, look, I got my wife. I love my body the way she gonna take this old wrinkly pain.
And
the ding dong don't work in her house.
She made a good point. When she did it in her 30s, he was interested in it. So then, if it comes out to the daughters or the nieces, then why would it be any difference?
I understand what Karen's saying, I guess. Then we get to Mia. This didn't age well because she was talking about. I'm opening up one of my other. I'm opening up my 16th location in the District of Columbia.
About Mia, make sure you call her a boss.
She's not even an employee anymore. She was fired. She was so excited about opening up this thing. Then her and her friend come in. Oh, I wish I had something right now to put over. They were bothering me. First of all, no, don't do this, busy. Then Jacqueline comes in. Jacqueline sleeping with that man. And they have slept with each other together. I don't have no problem with that. It really don't bother me. Like I said,
but you gotta be a boss to know. Like I already told my husband, like when I die, marry her. Like Mia is such a boss. Like I don't think I understand what a boss look like. But keep going with your story.
Right, she's in the unemployment line, trying to figure out what's going on.
How is she unemployed when she's working at the house?
How many businesses do you own?
She's employed.
I'm sorry. How many businesses do you own, girl? How many businesses do you own? Because you got fired. Her post said that she was fired. Her post said that she was fired from the job.
She's still a boss.
Yeah, you're not a boss. You're a cast member in the show like everybody else, and your boss is Andy Cohen.
She has a job, so she's not working. So
but you're not a boss. You're not a boss.
She's not unemployed.
She's not the boss.
She is a boss.
She's
a boss. And make sure you know it.
She talks about the biopsy reports. Did she get it tested? Did she don't know what's the test and more testing needs to be getting done? And Jackie was saying how disgusted she was about it. It's just they're too performative as friends, and I can't watch them together. And I think that's what annoys me about them is that Mia. It's like
their agreement. Then what's wrong with that?
What?
Her and Jacqueline's friendship.
But do they? I guess it just doesn't seem authentic. I couldn't understand that the women were so ridiculous about your health care. You think so? You also? Why are we talking like this?
Let's rewind back though, because when she was going through her cancer scare, she did say that none of them were around for any that. That
I understand that, but why? I feel like they
her friend.
are It's almost like I'm watching two Shamias. to what's that girl who be performing on Atlanta?
Which one?
The girl I don't like. Drew.
Which
it's
one?
Like watching two Drews Adores in a scene together. You think so? Oh my god, yes. And I really hated how they were doing with you. Oh, exactly. I have cancer. And this is ridiculous. No, you think she was CYA? What CYA? Like it was just like, what is this show?
Do you think she was covering her ass?
Why are we acting like
Do you think she was covering her ass?
Oh yes, I feel like they are pulling back the.
So then, why are you mad about her even saying that? That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, I'm mad. I'm not mad about them saying it. I'm not mad about them saying it. It just y'all put it in the comments if y'all understand what I'm saying. Does it not seem like they said go
and then I say yes because they all agree, they don't like Mia.
They felt like it was I felt like I was watching a play at one point where it felt like when Ashley was talking to Deborah, it was so. What do you think? And everything seemed natural. But as soon as you get in front of Mia and Jacqueline,
it natural to me as well.
It just seemed like then the girls, right? And I was thinking, like, why y'all outside acting like
that's
this?
Mia though. Like Mia's always extra like that. Like all her friends gotta be the same way.
It just seemed just too much to me. I can't take Jacqueline. She bothers. One Mia is enough. Watching two Mias in a scene together was annoying.
Jacqueline checked them girls at that damn event. I think at this conversation that we're having, it was weird about the whole relationship where they're in this throuple. That was a little bit different for me to watch on national television, although it's real. People do it. But I think that she's a real friend to her. It wasn't no extra. I don't know what the extra you're talking about is because they were sitting and she was like, I don't like that shit. I don't like it. What was extra about that?
But no, say it in how Jacqueline would say it. Say how Jacqueline.
You didn't do what you did.
All right, do you think? Do you think she was CYA? Girl, you don't think so?
She didn't do that.
That girl was putting on a certain show. They said, "Can you just amp it up just a little bit more?" Man, I hated how they were. You don't think she was doing all? And the coats was just everything. It was more natural with Deborah, and I don't even like that lady's name. Deborah was more natural on the camera than Jacqueline. I just can't.
I think Jacqueline was a real friend. I think that Deborah came over because she's like, "Can I get casted over here? I need a check." It was two different things.
Yeah, we shouldn't jump the gun, but they're not even friends anymore. She just outed her friend on social media the other day because their relationship was performative. It was performative. And we're friends in high school. Anyway, they pulled.
That's how you get on the show.
They unveiled Karen Huger for the best that people have been saying that Karen does for a long time. Y'all remember that season when y'all remember the season when the fight? I'm sure a lot of y'all do. And
should I take Monique, this down? Are you want to talk about this? Or let me take this down.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this. They were saying that Karen invited Candace and Monique at the same time. Mm-hmm. And she was like, well, no, I was just saying that that we're starting to realize that some of the truth.
What she was saying was that she invited Monique before Candace was supposed to come. Let's not make up stories.
And she brought her before they did not have to interact. Candace said, no, she gave me another time.
But then she also said that Candace said that she's going to come at a later time. So that's why she invited Monique at the time she invited her.
At the end of the day, we're not making up a story. I was there.
You were not there.
I was there. At the end of the day, we're starting to see that Karen gets sneaky with her messages. When she's going to send something, when she's not going to say something, she'll send it. She'll be late. She won't. She'll do it right beforehand.
But it was her own event, so she can't be late. So this is not this story.
She's sneaky.
She's not.
She'll get into your face and be like, I soldiered up for you, Mia. I told her that this was wrong. And it's like, but you didn't. You try to let me know.
Like they're trying to make Karen
so like she. Are you on Mia's side or not? Because Mia feels accosted by Karen.
Well, the thing is this. I think because she hasn't seen the season, so she knew what Karen said. I think during the reunion is going to change because what they were saying that Karen said, she never said.
So right now, how do you feel about?
I know that you guys think
Mia's?
What?
So I guess I guess I'm really interested then hearing your side of things. Do you feel like then Mia is wrong? She's wrong in feeling like Karen wasn't trying to help me.
Well, I haven't seen the whole season yet, so I think there's something's going to happen at that. But I think when it comes to
we're talking about right now, what we've seen.
For right now, I think that Mia's wrong because she doesn't know what Karen said. She's going up what they told her. Because they keep saying, well, Karen said the same thing, but we've watched Karen not say the same thing.
Okay.
So I think that she's just misinformed at what Karen actually said, because Gizelle is on this whatever, I can't think what I'm trying to say, but she's on this thing where Karen believed what they said, but Karen never said what they said. She said, I understand what you guys are saying, but I feel like she could have done it a little bit differently. She's not trashing her like Gizelle and them are doing.
She was not trashing her, but she also said,
I don't even think that Robyn did. I think that Robyn and Karen were probably most.
I think everybody had the same. I think everyone had the same, in my opinion. I feel like everyone had the same mindset. Everyone talked about it differently.
Definitely said something very different than
Karen
everybody
else. Karen said, I feel like this is a very weird way, because she said, I would not have used this way as an outlet. I think that.
But that doesn't mean that she feels the way that Gizelle feels, because she would do it a different way.
She feels like it was awkward as well, but we got to give her a chance to explain it.
Right. So
it's not that I don't feel like it was
Gizelle and them are doing this is different. Now Gizelle is very messy because she knew they were on camera when they asked Candace, when they asked Ashley, she set them up to say the same thing that she said. So when they played it back, it was like, well, y'all all did. And I think Karen played it smart. And she said, well, I understand how you guys feel, but I would have done it a different way. Karen didn't say what they said.
I think everybody said the same thing in a different way. But
besides Karen.
Well, for you, yes.
She actually said out of her own mouth.
To me, I felt like she was saying the same thing that they were saying. She was just saying, I want to give her more grace to explain it to us. Not that she doesn't feel like, it was kind of weird, because I would not have done it the same way. But I got to give her a chance to tell us why she is doing it. And I think this is right. Karen wasn't judging her. I think that's the only thing that made it different. But I think Karen was also like, I wouldn't have done it. I would have gone to like Karen said, I would have gone to the Lord. I would have had the devil on his knees. That's what I would have done. Right. I think that everyone still felt like everyone feels the same way on why are you doing it this way? It seems attention seeking, which is what Gizelle.
Do you believe Gizelle wouldn't have done that?
We can't get Gizelle to tell us anything about her life.
Gizelle went on national television and told us that she's back with Jamal.
And do you think she's going to tell y'all about a health scare?
I mean, I'm just saying, if she
you
lied
think
about
Gizelle,
that,
you think
she lied about
is
that,
going to?
What else would Gizelle lie about? I'm not sitting there believing everything Gizelle says.
So at the end of the day, you say you feel like Mia's wrong for thinking that Karen wasn't on her side.
I do think that because the proof of what was recorded was that she wasn't on any side. She was just saying, I would not do it this way.
Okay.
That's it. She was honest about it.
And Mia's frustration was that
she also said, let her just tell y'all.
But Mia's frustration was not that she wasn't on her side. Mia's frustration was also that, girl, I just saw you and you didn't tell me this. We talked on the phone. You live 6 minutes away. And right before the party, you're about to you're not on my side.
I agree with that she didn't tell her. But I think that is it her responsibility to tell her how everybody else feels?
That's what you have pulled up right now.
What I'm saying is this. I think that the way Karen felt, versus what everybody else said, is different. How they felt, like I think she was trying to give her the heads up and listen, this is how the girls feel, and I'm letting you know before you come over here.
So why?
I thought, I'm gonna say this too. I thought it was weird that she was invited to a party she was already on her way to. So I mean,
I think that I think there's some mess there.
Yeah,
with Karen and Mia.
I'm with you on that part.
and I think that I think there's gonna start pulling back the curtain on Karen. This is the first time I've seen them really try to showcase Karen, you're not doing what you say you're doing. And whether it be a slip up or not, it just seems like there's something messy there. From there,
I can't agree with that, because I mean, when that did happen, I was like, well, that's weird, because why would she invite her? Did she invite her before? Like, we never seen the invitation before that, because we seen Candace, Robyn, Gizelle. We never seen Mia open the invitation.
Everybody opened one. We didn't see Mia get one.
Yeah, so that could be true.
So then we get to Ashley and Candace. I want to go to that, that golf place, but they sit down, and she was saying that they're both saying that they're not drinking because Ashley's changing who she is, and this new divorce proceeding or separation or house or whatever, and Candace is going through IVF. She recaps going to the Grammys, how exciting it was, being a freshman in the music industry and just still trying to find her footing. And Ashley, she says, okay, well, I have something to tell you. We went out to the park after you left because we saw you go to the Grammys. And then after that, we went to the park on 14th Street. Shout out to the park on 14th Street with the macaroni and cheese and the jerk chicken wings. If y'all ever get a chance to go there. The brunch is amazing. But anyway, she's like, okay. She said that she got a DM from Chris, my husband. Yes, your husband. And it was at 2:42 in the morning, and it said, come to the W. And I started sweating. And she said, why? Oh, he works there. Well, I didn't. I wasn't sure, and
she wasn't. I
will want someone to tell me if I wouldn't want you going through his phone if you saw that and I didn't tell you.
Hold on, real quick, because I did want to answer this. This one. Do you guys think that Charice is there to take Karen down this season? Why is Karen hiding from her?
I don't think that Charice is there to take Karen down. I don't think she could take Karen down if she wanted to. Charice still has clout in Potomac. I think that Karen, if I'm going to be honest, watching the show from the beginning, Charice connected everyone. Charice put everyone together. Charice has the connection. Everyone knows each other because of Charice. We have never even seen Karen bring a friend in because she don't have that.
Mia, she brought Mia in. She did.
Okay, that's true. I gotta eat my words on that. Karen don't got nobody. It's like she just doesn't. And Charice, she's been living here for a long time. She's been very invested in the community. She's been very invested in Potomac and a social life. That's why everybody knows each other and they're still friends and even understanding each other. I think when this show came in, there was an opportunity for Karen to shine, and she took that and she ran with it. And I think Karen gets intimidated by Charice.
By Charice?
Yes, because Charice is really Potomac. Karen is the show. She could barely be Surrey County. She is the face of the show, but Charice is the girl who really runs Potomac. So I think sometimes she gets intimidated by her, and it's like, why would I let her back into the fray? Why would I let her back into the fold? You're not about to sit here and ruin I'm the grand dame.
That's not what I said, Miss Reed. That's not what I said. I said Busy said she didn't bring anybody onto the show. I'm saying that she did bring in Mia.
Yeah, and it technically on the show it showed that she did. So I had to eat my words on that. But Karen don't have nobody. She's not that Potomac girl.
I agree with you on that. I don't know. I guess the reasoning why Robyn is saying it, I don't know if that makes you the grand dame of Potomac though. Because you brought us all together, does that make you the grand dame?
I think it's more than so. Outside of bringing them all together, Charice is the girl to go to. Remember, that's why they got Monique and her got into a fight because she was like, "Well, you had these successful events and you brought all my friends," and then you
But
almost
I
didn't
think that
invite
they should
me.
probably say that versus because she brought them together, because that's the excuse they're using.
I think for the show you have to use that. Like, we wouldn't be a unit if it wasn't for Charice. And I think that they use
Well,
that.
I mean, but you could say that with Mariah from from Married to Medicine. She's not even there anymore.
Yeah, and they say that about Mariah. They always say that.
But
and even Dr. Heavenly says it.
Nobody wants to be around, so she can't be the grand dame of Married to Medicine because they don't.
I think those social circles are different, though. I feel like the Married to Medicine crew.
I don't think they're different. They're not different because
I think that they are different.
The reality is that Charice might have brought them together, but Karen does give off grand dame, and she's deemed herself
on TV,
and she's let people believe that for so long that
on TV,
on TV, but the reality, I think, looking at it,
it's not the reality though.
So maybe she's the grand dame of Potomac of Housewives of Potomac,
and that's why I feel like she doesn't want to give Charice another opening because she took this show from her.
Well, why does Charice need an opening if she's the grand dame?
Because Charice can be the one who really connects and does everything in Potomac, and we have on the TV show making it seem like Karen's doing things when the girls don't know Karen like that in Potomac. She not even doing her old Huger charity event anymore, and Charice still out here doing fundraisers. I've seen it for myself.
But she's doing them because she needs to do them. Karen doesn't.
Because of this show, this is why I'm saying I think that Karen is intimidated by Charice in real life. Like we've been able, she's been able to use this.
Miss Ree, I don't think that Charice is more well known as a socialite than Karen in Potomac.
She is.
Where do we see this at? Because we know that lady what was the lady?
Well, I'll send it over.
There was a lady that was just there. We were talking about earlier, and I told you what her name is. I can't think of her name is now. And he's like, did I like her outfit? What was her name?
I don't know. I never even know her. You kept saying her name. I don't know.
She is a pillar in that area. Princess, you know what her name is. What's the lady's name that was on the show? Damn it, what's her name? Anyways, she's a pillar in Potomac. I know that for a fact. So, I mean, there's probably a lot of pillars in Potomac. But when it comes to the show,
Charice is one of the main ones. I'm saying that Karen is she is that girl on the Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm not taking that from Karen. All I'm saying is I think why Karen would be intimidated by Charice is that Charice.
Karen is intimidated by Charice?
Yes. Yes. Okay, that's why I feel like she's hiding from her. That's why I feel like because Charice knows the girl. Charice gonna be invited to the party whether Karen like her to be there or not. And we don't have to be filming. And there's not parties that Karen's getting invited to all the time, but Charice will definitely be there at every turn.
Vivian. Yes. Thank you. It's just the Vivian. Vivian is that girl. Out of all of them. It don't outside of Charice and Karen.
Okay.
And that's been talked about.
I can give that to Vivian. I don't know Vivian that well.
So I don't think that you can fight a battle about a grand dame in that area if we're talking about this show. The reality is that she's the grand dame on Potomac, of the Housewives of Potomac.
Yes,
period.
I agree with that.
Charice might be the grand dame of bringing the girls together. But that's probably
it's not just bringing the girls together.
We're specifically talking about Potomac.
Yes, and when it comes to
now, maybe Potomac, in the area she might be.
And when it comes to Potomac, Charice is that girl. When it comes to the Housewives of Potomac, Karen is that girl, which is why I feel like she doesn't want to give her time. Vivian is more of the grand dame than Charice. Vivian don't want to be on the show.
No, we're talking about two different things. We're talking about Potomac.
The question was, is Charice
in the area of Potomac?
What was the question? Is Karen something for Charice? What was that question? This is what we're trying to answer. You're going up on Vivian.
No. I said something different. I said on the show, I think that Karen is a grand dame. I said in Potomac, I think that's Vivian. She wants to bring the girls together to be the grand dame, but the people have already said that Vivian is that girl. Look, just simply just said, right, Vivian is that girl. Charice is not that girl in Potomac over Vivian.
I'm not bringing Vivian up in nothing.
Charice has nothing to do with any of this.
Your question. Somebody asked a question about the Karen and Charice, and you stopped us to answer it. Why? I really don't understand what we're talking about.
On this show, because we're talking about the show at that time, I said that Karen is the grand dame. I said maybe in Potomac she might be, but then there's Vivian. So then she's not even the grand dame.
Yeah, but the question that was asked it had nothing to do with Vivian. You stopped us to ask a question about, is Karen hiding from Charice or something like that? And I said,
that was a question. That was a question.
I don't understand where Vivian had nothing to do with this. I said I do feel
about, because my conversation was about the grand dame.
Okay.
I don't think that Charice is the grand dame, period.
I hear you. Did that answer your question? Whoever asked it?
On anything. She's not.
Whoever asked the question, did he answer your question?
Hopefully I did. Who even asked that? Let's see who asked
that. We don't got talking about
it.
I don't even know who the lady is. I'm sitting here talking about Charice and Karen. So
I think we were talking about Charice and Karen on the show, Busy. That's what I'm saying. Period.
Okay. At the end of the day, Candace tells Ashley that he's trying to rebrand the W, and that's why he probably was asking for her to go there, but there's no bad blood. Ashley understood, Candace understood, I understood, I think we all understood. We moved along. After that, we get to Ashley's event. Mm-hmm. Karen says she has a fever, so she can't come. She is 102 with 102 fever. So then people feel like maybe she is avoiding Charice. Do I feel like it's because
it was me? We can move on now.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sarah. You saw what?
Go ahead, Sarah.
I didn't understand.
Go ahead, Sarah.
So we moved. I don't know if it's because she is. I don't think that it's because Charice is going to tell business. I do truly feel like Karen is intimidated by Charice. I just do. I do. But we're not going to talk about that. They keep moving past it. Ashley's drinking, not drinking. Now she got cider, but she was drinking tequila at the thing, and she didn't think somebody was watching her. So then they talk about this, and Ashley's upset with Gizelle because she felt as if she was being confrontational and accusatory in what was going on with her in her life. And Giselle's like, look, you do not get a divorce from someone and then buy a house with them. It's really weird how you're moving. I'm not being accused. I think you're looking at two different conversations. Then Shasha comes in and she's like, look, girl, I know you ain't been here in a minute, but we talking, so you got to shut up and sit over there by Robyn. So then her and Ashley finished their conversation, and she was like, look, I'm just trying to get a house, okay? And whatever it takes to me, I'm gonna get the house. I loved when she was like, Michael hasn't cheated on me. Michael hasn't cheated on you.
Recently.
Not in the past 3 days. He's been a really good husband. So
how did you feel about Charice agreeing with that?
Look, with the way Charice was able to get money and do champagne rooms, whatever Charice says to do, I'll do. Okay, whatever Charice says to do, I'll do.
Charice didn't get anything after that. I think that Charice is like, you know what? I agree with this because get something. You know what I'm saying?
Charice got money in a divorce.
Did she?
Yeah. Did you not follow it? You could Google that, baby.
She had to move out of her house.
Well,
regardless of that,
she sold the house. That's why she upgraded the champaign room. She did all those things. That she always said she was going to sell that house. She said she was going to fix it.
She always said that. I think I don't. Nobody knows the facts of that, but I'm just saying this. What she told
on the show.
What she told Ashley to me, I thought we all were thinking, huh?
She said, "Get the money."
I think that we all were thinking the same thing. For people who want Ashley to be on top when it comes down to this, because if Michael wants to have a house and they have to do an LLC for that, girl, get your house. Michael wants to stay in that damn penthouse, and I think there's some stimulation when it comes to that penthouse. So he's trying to get her a house. Michael doesn't want to maintain a home, so and I ain't mad at it. I think where I was confused at was when this is back when her friend what was her name, Deborah, was like, well, then if the maintenance happened, who's gonna do it? She said Michael's not gonna do maintenance on the house.
So now we gotta, and thank God Deborah's here. So now I gotta make sure, okay, get someone to do maintenance on the house. That's why I need a friend like Deborah. Write down these notes. I was okay with Charice telling her that.
We all did.
I was okay with Charice telling her that. So then, yada yada yada. They start to do the dance class. Okay, this was so much fun to me. Again, the Atlanta girls. First of all, they're like the Atlanta girls are just getting older and older now. But then also, they're just not.
Wow,
they are. They're just not as fun anymore.
These girls are getting older and older too.
Yeah, but we still got some very youthful. Well, how old is Ashley? Is she younger than me?
Ashley might be younger, but Charice, Karen, and Gizelle is not young.
Yeah, but those are what the older. The one, Charice is not on the cast, and the oldest two.
Charice is here dancing with them.
Yeah, but she's not a main cast member.
Gizelle is not young.
Yeah, we got two old people on the cast, but everybody not giving geriatric. Everybody not giving menopause.
Well, Drew's not old. Who else is on that cast?
She also not real.
Sanya's not old.
She also now Sanya I can get with.
So I mean, they get the same.
At the end of the day, they don't even have. What I'm saying is that this cast, whether or not every one.
Now, but some of the girls are older than Atlanta.
Oh, which ones?
Mia was.
Which ones? Out of two of them, none of these other girls are they older than Candy?
Ashley is around 35.
Okay. How old is Candy? Marlo, Kenya.
But you have Karen,
Sheree Whitfield.
You have Karen, you have Gizelle, you have Robyn. They're all around the same age. That's three people already.
I think Robyn is younger than Gizelle and Karen.
Well, let me look it up. First of all, let's hit this off.
I think Karen and Gizelle are the only ones that's in their 50s, maybe. And I feel like the rest of these girls are in their 30s.
Robyn's 43.
She the only. I don't know how old Wendy is.
But Robyn is 40. She's 43. Karen is down near 60, and Jizzy is 50.
And they're having more youthful, happy fun than Atlanta. You can't even get those girls. Those girls can't even go to a cabin.
Just had sex with Bolo at a damn bachelorette party. That's not true at all. That's not true, Busy. You got
what I'm hearing from you is that you feel like, and this is just my opinion. I'm sorry, y'all. And
they said Robyn and Marlo are 48.
Y'all can crucify me.
Robyn is 38, 43.
Y'all can crucify me if y'all want to. Atlanta's starting to give the aunties club. They like you can't even get them to go to have dinner without them. Like people being like, gotta go, can't do it. You got these girls dancing, even though Gizelle looked a hot ass mess, and so did Robyn. We're doing dance classes, we're doing all of this stuff. You can't even get them to show up at a run event.
I think they have the same age groups, to be honest.
And then they one of them falling, breaking.
You have Drew heels. And you have Sanya, who's young.
You got Drew who can't keep her Achilles together.
But you have Drew and you have
Kenya can't even come to an event. They can't come together to do nothing. You think the Atlanta girls will be doing a dance?
The dynamics ain't that different at all. They're not.
You think so? What's the last fun dance group thing we're gonna do like this?
They just had a bachelorette party for Cynthia.
That was
had a good time. That was last year.
They had a bachelorette party for Cynthia.
For Cynthia, yes.
That was 4 years
year.
ago?
That was last season. That was last season. And Portia, Drew, and Latoya Forever was definitely 3 younger people than you have on Potomac. But someone only has Ashley and Candace.
Y'all, I disagree. I feel like this group is more youthful. I think that
you want to believe that, but the reality is last season you had
It's not that I want. It's not that I want to believe that. I truly watching this season of watching this season of Atlanta. Can I finish what I'm saying? What I'm saying?
You had
watching this season of Atlanta. I was getting bored. They were just old people. Nobody was doing anything. Nobody was doing anything. And I feel like I love this cast where I feel like they'll still do youthful things. Last season 13.
I don't even know if you meant to say that was how old she was.
Sorry, y'all, but yeah, in 2 episodes in, I felt like Atlanta was already here come the baby birthday party, and let's try to do dinner. We couldn't do a they couldn't even do a cabin trip. They couldn't even do a cabin trip. So I'm sorry, y'all don't have to.
Everybody on Potomac is pretty old.
You don't have to agree with me. I'm not arguing to make you.
It's not an argument.
I'm thinking that because I feel like you're getting upset about my point of view.
I'm actually not upset at all.
So then let me have my point of view, and then you can leave it alone.
They're much.
I feel like this cast is more youthful.
Well, and that's okay for you to feel that way.
And maybe the Geritol kicks in. See, and this is what I'm saying. You're trying to change my point of view. Your reality and your point of view. You don't need to talk to me. I'll let you have your opinion, whether or not I agree. It's this cast is more youthful.
It's real.
And we can keep going.
It's real.
This cast is more youthful. I'm sorry, y'all. And we can keep moving on. I feel like this cast is more youthful.
Keep walking.
The girls in Atlanta, act like y'all aunties. And y'all be a fool to be acting like, well, no, the Atlanta girls, no, those girls are. I see how you keep trying to skip over. The Atlanta girls act older. They go to bed at 10 o'clock.
They act older, but they're not older.
And that's what I'm saying. They're more. This cast is more youthful.
It might be.
I'm not saying they're younger. I'm not saying that they're younger. I'm not saying that they're younger. I'm saying they're more youthful.
Okay,
there's a difference.
Then say that.
Like how I was about to say.
You said they were older.
I said they're more. They act older in Atlanta.
They were older. Rewind it
back,
y'all.
Now that I've changed it, this cast is more.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
So then, shut up and keep going.
No, you shut up and keep going. Actually, well, you really can, but just keep going.
Tell them what happened in the scene next.
No, I just said keep going. Well, y'all, while we wait on Busy to come back, let me show y'all Gizelle's house. Oh my God. Is this not even on this? Where's my house? Did you get rid of it? Oh my God, the weekend. Oh, I gotta upload some more stuff. It's not even here. Tell them what's going on next. I can't believe you deleted my house. I'll read the comments. Everyone on the white shows are old, though. This is very true. Right, it's production fault more than the cast. I feel like Atlanta cast makes more sense when they're ages because they really know way Karen and almost 60 is having a friendship with someone that just barely out of their 20s is weird. Let me skip down. But some ladies wouldn't be caught dead doing what some of that. I don't know if that's true. I just got off of work while you're acting. This is not my fault. Where's Jizzy?
Then we
see took it down. But you know
then we see the dancing. They start dancing. And we get them going from back to front. I love how Robyn had a perfect view for all the ladies' pom poms all the way in the back. Then from there, we all of the women start showing up one by one.
You don't want to hit this part?
No, thank you. One by one, and then everybody starts showing up. So then Gizelle says, "Can I have a conversation with you, Kansas?" And she said, "Oh Lord, what did I do?" She says nothing. She tells her that Chris made her feel uncomfortable. She explains. She said, "Well, did he say or do something?" And he said, "No. It was very late. And he wanted to have a conversation with me. I thought my glam was in there, but my glam was not there. And I felt uncomfortable. I called Kyle or whoever that boy is who does her hair, and and he was like, oh, he did that on purpose because he knew that I was leaving because he said bye to me. And Candace was like, so what? Wait, what's going on? Is this what we're doing? And she was like, well, he's like, Chris is like a brother to y'all. He loves each and every single one of y'all. He'll put his jacket down over a puddle. He will do whatever he can. And what you're going to say is that he is now making you uncomfortable. And Gizelle says, look, you can't, this is your husband. I know you're going to defend him and that's cool, but you can't deny what my feelings are around this situation. Okay. How he made me feel. And Candace looked at the camera. And she said, is this what we're doing? What the hell? And she got up and she said, where's Eric? I need Eric. Okay, Eric, let me say something real quick, bitch. If you think that I'm gonna stay on this show while you talk about my husband, you're sadly mistaken and wrong. Okay, there was a man that was on this show for seasons and years who was grabbing people's butts and sucking behind the bathroom. And now you want to sit here and say that my husband, who didn't even do anything to anyone, made people feel uncomfortable? It's not on my watch. Not on my watch. And that was the end of the episode.
Now I want to go back just a little bit because where you go? You okay?
I still got to be here.
Mute. Yes, I want to go back because did you see Gizelle looking like this?
Well, she always does.
Like this is funny to her.
I mean, she got to get the show going.
She was literally laughing. That she pissed Candace off like this?
Yeah, I think that's what gets her off. She probably they need to check the floor. I'm sure she squirted.
We got your man this season.
She said that went perfectly.
It's your man.
Legs open and everything. I'm sure.
I want y'all to see how effed up this lady is. Because why is this funny to her? You know, I'm not the biggest Candace fan, and everything I do, I really do try. I really like Candace this season now. But when I seen that, I was like, Gizelle is an effed up person.
This is episode 2. Let's not get too.
And I've been saying that for other seasons. We probably don't really get there because of how we go into these shows. But I've been saying this, and like seeing this lady looking like this when she pissed this lady off to me, I'm just like, wow, like you really don't give a fuck. And I just want people to see that she thought this shit was funny. She's like, it's your husband's turn. That's some effed up. Like, I don't like
crazy. It's ridiculous. That's out of line.
You got to rush out now. Is that what's happening?
I got a conversation.
Is that what's happening?
No, I wanted to give you this is your channel, so I wanted to make sure that you had enough time to.
Oh no, I mean I was trying to talk about it because I'm like, I mean, I want your feedback on some things that I'm saying. This was one of the things.
I thought it was crazy. Look at her smiling like that. How dare she? Just ridiculous.
She's like, bitch, gotcha.
Yeah, look ridiculous. That Beyonce wig too.
That's not a Beyonce wig. Beyonce would never.
She said it was.
She lied. Beyonce would never. Well, y'all, I guess this is probably the end because Busy's probably tired of doing this at this point. We've been on for an hour 35. He told me
more longer than the show.
Yes. So,
please come to my channel. I'll be doing a live right after this.
I'm about to do a live after this. So, So we can talk about it because Busy never wants to stay for that.
Why? How do you can't do the after show if it's on your channel? I thought you.
I'm always doing. You don't do it. You never do it. I always do it. I always do the after show. You've never done one. Are you doing one? Because I'll show up. I'll visit.
I don't need you over in my channel at all.
So what are you about to do?
I'm about to do a show after this, but it's not the after show.
That's what I'm saying. So why are you? What are you about to do a show about? Just shall wait.
Why are we still online talking about this? It has nothing to do with it.
Because I don't. Y'all know what? I'm gonna just tell y'all this while we go on here. This like you can log off if you want to. I feel neglected because he goes on like
we are so y'all.
And then we go on.
Thank you for coming to the So Busy thing. I'm gonna say if you want to look for me, you
hours and hours and hours, and don't give a damn about me. And then I'll be like, Busy, let's talk about the stuff. He never wants to do it. So now he's trying to come on here and say, I'm gonna go live. No, I'm trying to go live with the people because they're going to talk about it. Then here you go, doing what you do. I don't understand. It feels like a Gizelle moment to me. Let me get up out of here, y'all. Got his ass.
Thank y'all for coming.
Is that it?
Yep. Do your little outro. Do your little show. Do your little show. Do your little show. Whatever.
Tell where they can find you.
No thanks. I don't trust him. So y'all just Google me, look at me up. I don't trust him. Sorry. Next.
Tell where they can find you and stop playing.
BusyBlu, no space, no E, on all social media platforms.
Now I want y'all to go watch him on other channels. He never does it anybody else. So when I hear y'all hear me say how he treats me, y'all can see he don't do anybody else like this.
Click, view, subscribe. Go to see me on other channels. I'll be on.
And then you gonna keep going on with that shit.
You gonna swear at me like that? That's not appropriate.
You don't keep going on like you ain't treating me bad.
You need to apologize to me.
Is that how you do? No, you should apologize to me.
You need to apologize.
Why do you treat me bad?
You need to apologize to me.
Why do you treat me bad
right now?
Y'all watching on somebody else's channel, he would be on for 5 hours, and then I'm on a time limit.
You ain't never seen me on nobody's channel for 5 hours.
I will send y'all the link.
Go ahead.
Because he does.
It ain't me.
Why are you keeping
people on the internet?
What did I do?
The show is over. Why do you keep these people on the internet for this conversation?
What did I do? What I do?
Why are you keeping the people on the internet for this conversation?
Because I'm trying to understand, like, why are you in such a rush to go today with me when you don't want any other channels you go on?
I'm sorry y'all have to be here for this, y'all.
I'm sorry that y'all have to experience this all the time when we're over here trying to do the lives together. And then it's like, oh, the reason over. I'm out. And he leaves so fast. I'm like, why? So fast. He's like, and then that was in the show. Bye, y'all. Click, and he leaves so fast. I'm like, you don't go on anybody else's channel. Like, why?
You don't know what happens when those shows end.
What?
You don't know what happens when those shows end. Why are we
on
the internet talking
abruptly
about this?
Leave those channels like you do?
Why are we doing this on the internet?
Because you do it with us. So we all want to know.
With us? Oh, y'all try.
Like everybody's over here. Like we see you do it. So we want to know, like, why you leave us so fast?
I want to apologize to everyone who's been hurt by how expeditiously I click off the live. Time is valuable, and I'm very conscious of the time that you all have for supporting us. Thank you, even to those who are still here. It matters a lot. And you can be watching any other channel and clicking and liking and subscribing to and commenting on a lot of other spaces, and you're here. And because I love this platform of YouTube and Twitch and Twitter, I want to make sure that if I know that I love to scroll and look at other people's content, and there's so many people whose ideas and thoughts and mindsets that I want to have, and I want to listen to, and I make sure that I want to enjoy their content as well. I want to make sure that I'm not taking a lot of your times in your homes, wherever you are across the United States or in other countries, sharing your home, your phone, your car, and your lives with us.
Even if you never complained about it. I mean,
I want to make sure that we give you the time back that you need.
On somebody else's channel, he's there for 7 hours, and then
time went up.
I mean, it depends on what channel you on. I know what mine is. It's like an hour and a half. If it goes past that, like it's in a rush.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
I don't understand why when you talk to me it's so fast. Right. But hey, hey, what's going on, Rick?
Ain't no hey, what's going on? Why are we highlighting comment? What's going on here?
As I was talking to Rick. I mean, is that what you do on your channel?
This is getting out of hand.
It's out of hand because I understand the rush of leaving all the time.
I just explained it,
and the people want to know too. We all want to.
I literally just explained it to them.
But when you're on other people's channels, like you don't do it. So, like, what's the difference over here versus other channels?
I actually don't think that I have. I think majority
I'll send you the receipts. I'll send you the receipts.
Okay, well, you can't send
me. I've already. I mean, we you know you do it, but you know.
Y'all, and the thing is, I don't understand why y'all still sitting here watching this.
Because they want to know. They want to know the answers to it.
I already talked to them.
I don't think anybody understands what you said because it doesn't make any sense. Because they
y'all stop giving him a platform.
They're on other
subscribe
channels as well.
Right now to this channel.
For 3 and 4 and 5 hours, sometimes 7, and you ain't in a rush.
We've spent now like 15 minutes talking about me trying to leave. This is out of control.
I'm just trying to get a little bit more time like other people get.
Thank you so much, you guys, for being here, being subscribed. Make sure that you turn on all of your notifications so that you get notified every time that we go live on this channel or any of our other channels. Make sure that you join the membership for Deb. Information is probably in the description box, and some of the members has posted it as well. Next week, we will be doing the video over on my channel, so make sure you subscribe to BusyBlu, no space, no E. And go around and just go check up some of my other videos and click like, subscribe as well. We love to see you all. Thank you guys so much. Love you too much. Love you as well, Sarah. We're about to see you guys later. Say bye. Say bye.
You can't end this.
I sure can. Say goodbye to the people. Bye, y'all.